under marketing, I added reports in there. So you can create as many reports as you want. And what I found was that's the best way to do a filter. So I'll go ahead and click on reports, and you can see a report that I've gotten here already. And I'll click on past clients as a report. And what it's doing is listing any clients where their opportunity was the actual finish date being less than 12 months ago and greater than 24 months ago. So that's actually showing you people, which works out to, about September 2017 through to all the way through to September 2018. So there's like 81 people. So it's a nice little report I pre-made. And then at any time, John, you might want to do a report about anything that you're interested in. You might do it about leads and say, hey, where leads are XYZ that haven't been converted. So you can do all sorts of different reports. You also can just filter your opportunities and see a lot of that stuff. But the reason I did this report was because I really want the context and I want to add them to a target list to do a campaign. So in this case, I started by saying, I'm going to go way back and then we can make some mistakes together on like 130 months ago to 200 months ago. So I update these parameters and I've got 21 records, and these are the actual people from 2007 and 2008 that are in here all the way up to 2008. So it's just nice because, I mean, who knows who these people are, right? It's kind of like, we'll just try it with 20 records, see how it goes, right? So then the cool thing is I can add this to a target list. So then I go add to target list, and then I said put them to this 130 to 200 months phase 1, and then I'll do like bring them back phase 2. That's what BEB is. So then I'll go to the phase 2 one, and we can make little target lists and then duplicate the campaign and then just track that campaign one by one. So that's how that works, is then I just select this and then they got added. So then I'll go to that target list and show you them. So here's my target list. There's the one I just showed you, right? I'll click into it and see the details, and then indeed those people were added to that list. There's the 21 people added to the list.
Yeah.
Tracking so far? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's the purpose of this?
So then the purpose of this is to create a campaign to those people. So now if I go to campaigns and I want to do my bringing back phase 1 campaign, right? So as I make a new campaign, what it does is, and I'll walk through the wizard of this. So I'll launch wizard, which is kind of like edit mode for a campaign. It takes you through the steps. So you've got to create the campaign header details, then create select a target list, then select the email template you want to do, and then the marketing info, and then send the email out. So looking at this, I can go back to the campaign header. It's basic campaign information. If you had a budget related to a campaign in the future, that's fine. Then you click next, and then here's those lists. So there's the phase 1, 130 to 200 months remember the 21 people?
Yeah.
So that was in this list. It got added, and then I always have this little test list of the ones I just showed you before. They all had the name test in it, and that's actually the target list type test. So that you'll get a copy at John Ray at Paint Green, and then Amber, you just received a copy of that test, right? And it's all these people in this, and then I'll get a few copies at my catch-all. I also get it at my G. Wasmuth to test it. So as you can see, then these 8 little contexts get sent, and we can preview it and make sure we like it before sending it to everybody else. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. So then we go on to the template. Let's see, click the next button. And then I said I want to use an existing template. So I used my new email template that has all that formatting in it. And this is it here. And so that I don't have to redo this every time. Does that make sense? So then I just use that template. But then, for this older campaign, I think I said a few years ago, because it's not just, we're kind of catching up here. And I said, time sure flies, we hope you're enjoying your professional. So I kind of added a little thing, and then I saved this and moved on to the next email. So that's the actual template information. And then I'll click next. And then this is the marketing info. So like, what's the bounce back? What's the email name that's going to get put for all these contacts when it gets sent? Because the cool thing is when we send this campaign, each of those contacts will have now a new activity record, which says, oh, they were sent this campaign on September 10th, 2019. So you can always follow up with people or go, oh, wow, we just got a new job from those people. Look at that. We had marketed them on the Bringing Back Phase 1 campaign. This tells you what you want the from and reply to addresses to be, the name and address, which is just coming from that outgoing email account. And then I can schedule when we want to send it. So maybe 8 a.m. in the morning, on whatever date.
Yeah.
So we can run a test now and then say, hey, let's send it out on a Saturday morning, that kind of idea. And then it just gives you a send email summary. So everything's checked off, and then I press send marketing email as a test, and it only goes to the lists that are of the type test. So if I go back to that targeted list, it's just this test list. And so it's got sent out to those 8 contacts because of that.
Okay.
That makes sense. And then once we like it, so what we'll do is, I needed to make some changes. I didn't like some things, and I saw that it was an older template, didn't have John Ray, it just had John at Paint Green. Right. And then there was a few links that weren't working. And so I fixed those, and now I'm at the moment where I'm going to update my template with the new one. Because I went, if I click on templates here, what I did is I went back to this retention master template and fixed that. So now I'll bring it into this one again, and then we'll be good to go.